Gravedigger, Allstar JR is embarrassing the hell out of J. Prince Jr. and NBA Youngboy Goons. He dropped a song the other day that was so disrespectful
And we finna talk about it.
so flagrant. It literally brought NBA Ben 10 and the other victims out of hiding. I think during this song, like he literally had somebody on the ground as he was like pumping shots into them to imitate what happened to NBA Ben 10.
Start that shit up.
The Detroit Gravedigger, All-Star JR is embarrassing the hell out of J. Prince Jr. and NBA Youngboy Goons. He dropped a song the other day that was so disrespectful and so flagrant. It literally
And we gonna talk about it.
NBA Ben 10 and the other victims out of hiding. I think during this song, like he literally had somebody on the ground as he was like pumping shots into them to imitate what happened to NBA Ben 10. This is just extreme levels of disrespect.
Yeah, hey, I get it popping with whoever you should know. HBD on Instagram post was beautiful. Junior running around here tripping, he was a hoe. Phone sending flunkies at me, keep on getting them. You was in the private school learning, trying to choose a hoe. I was in the O, probably Akron selling blues and blow.
I mean, when you write, you write. When you write, you
Talk your shit, incriminate yourself at the same time. Why don't you?
is right. J. Prince Sr. has been a millionaire since, I don't know, the age of like 28, 29 years old. So J. Prince Jr. grew up as a millionaire. He grew up with a father who was a millionaire. He didn't go to the hood. He wasn't raised in the hood. He wasn't raised around gang members. He chose to preoccupy his life with the bigotry.
I don't know why people say that. It don't mean that, man. Let's get to the content, Flock out.
The nonsense. I'm in taunt with the baby mom out here thugging when you was slapping and missing fingers. It's like you can't really pop it because, you know, you are the victim. All-Star JR's performance was so legendary that it converted Ben 10 into a born-again Christian, man. Ben 10 done seen the light, bruh. This man's, his first message to the world is, we serve two different gods. Must be, oh, damn, man. Yo, Ben, hey, man, All-Star, I salute you, player. I ain't never seen a performance like this, man. You turned the savage and the demon himself, man, into a born-again man of God, bruh. He said, my father told me my testimony already. Life support has never been an option. I've been up. I'm just on God's timing right now, crazy man. I thug every night just to go to church on the first Sunday to the youth. Make this Good Friday. Listen, man, hey, it's a good thing, right? Praise the Lord. Well, you want
Turned that man Christian.
personal, stop. Well, you can't even stomp the feet because I forgot. Sorry. But where was this praise and worship at when you was out here thugging, when you was slapping women for playing the wrong ops card, when you was pulling up on Italy Chopper with the pistol, when you was going around claiming you was looking for Mimo 600 when he was supposedly in your town, but he wasn't? Where was the praise and worship then? Now he going, bruh. All-Star JR got that boy back in church, man. Shout out to the Gravedigger, man. Boy, this was a performance of a lifetime, man. Now, he also posted this, which I guess was a love letter to one of his homies. I'm not reading it, right? No need to. So then he also posted this.
Early in the morning shit.
Man, you know we gotta get this shit in. These niggas sound stupid, eating good around this bitch and nothing.
Stupid duck ass. Fuck around with you.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Bruh, okay, you could talk. What the fuck, bro?
You know.
Now, the rumors is Ben 10 is paralyzed. Now, his condition just kept getting worse. It started off telling us, hey, bruh, he's paralyzed from waist down. And then it went to, oh, nah, he's paralyzed from neck down. At least for now, we know he's not paralyzed from neck down because that would mean he wouldn't be able to use his hands. But there's still no confirmation about the legs working, okay?
You got one.
Now, this is the second victim. this is the other victim. Okay, this boy Allstar JR shot this.
Bro, I don't know why you showed that.
And hands off, bro. Hey, man, I don't want to.
That's what he gets for trying to steal.
Oh my God, I don't. It's not funny, man. Young black men are beefing, and they are going to war over something so petty, and it should be peace, and they should come together and go to church and praise the Lord. This beefing is bad, man. All right, I gave my disclaimer, homie. All right, the beefing is bad. We know this. So this dude Ron apparently ain't learned his lesson because he's still popping it and talking trash while showing off. They done shot his digits off, man. This is oh my God.
I ain't talking about nothing. I ain't clearing nothing up, bitch. I'm right here. Fake.
Now here's my thing, okay? So Ron is standing up because apparently he ain't paralyzed, but Ben 10 ain't. Ben 10 been sitting down the entire time, man. Now listen, man. I did my due diligence, man. I tapped in because Allstar JR, if you guys don't know, he has designated Dogface as his spokesperson, as the person who can speak for him because he's not trying to speak for himself right now, right? So I sat down with Dogface, and we asked everything you guys have been wondering. Why is Jay Prince Jr. and Allstar JR beef, and not just the story you guys heard online, but the actual details. I talked about how did Allstar JR get the gun itself. We talked about NBA Ben 10 and his condition. So Dogface broke everything down. And with no further ado, here's the interview. Allstar JR told academics and others that Dogface is his official spokesperson. So if you ain't hear it from him or Dogface, it ain't official. Dogface the only one talking to him. Dogface and Seti Nash were the first to report that NBA Ben 10 was paralyzed. Now, Dogface did say that NBA Ben 10 was paralyzed from the neck down. However, when NBA Ben 10 posted a video today, Dogface actually said that, he only said the neck down.
Mind you, this the dude that shot him. This ain't the person that got shot and his people speaking. So it's still speculation.
To make them bite down and expose their hand. Now, Dogface says that he knew that once that hit the wire, that they were going to go out of their way to prove that he wasn't as bad as he said he was. Dogface will also say, tell Ben 10 to wiggle his toes and move his legs because he believes that NBA Ben 10 is still paralyzed from the waist down, just not the neck down. How did this beef start?
Well, so listen. So they both share a woman in common. That woman just so happens to be the father of Allstar JR's son.
You know what he mean?
JR and his baby mama, they broke up about 5 or 6 years ago. So this is not something that's new. They broke up 5 or 6 years ago. She didn't leave him. He called it quits with her. Let's just make sure we get this on the same page.
Right. Like that matters.
That, right?
Black people, petty.
And since people are under the misimpression that the relationship went from her breaking up with Junior, breaking up with JR, to her starting to date Junior. That's not the case. Between the breakup with Allstar JR and her relationship with Junior, she's had 4 or 5 relationships in between that time. So it's not like it was a fresh emotional wound for Allstar JR to see his baby mama with somebody else. She's been with other people, 5 or 6, 4 or 5 other people from the time they broke up until she met and got into a relationship with Junior, including a couple of NBA players.
Yeah, these motherfuckers boosie, man. Come on, man.
In future. So
how serious is this relationship with her and Jay Prince Jr.? Like is she one of Jay Prince Jr.'s hoes, or they live together? They're in like a full blown relationship.
From what I understand, in a full blown relationship, I think they live together. I'm not certain.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So long story short, people are under the misimpression that it was a fresh situation where they just broke up last year or 2 years ago. That's not the case. The case is that they've been broke up for years. She didn't leave him. He broke it off with her because she wasn't progressive minded enough. One, she didn't want anything. Number two, the biggest part about it all is that he's a good father. So any suggestions that he wasn't taking care of his kid, or that he wasn't loving, or wasn't a thoughtful
Right. All that, but he put a baby in her.
parent, none of that is true. That's all misinformation
So how
being
did the beef
circulated.
start? So why did Jay Prince Jr. just all of a sudden got with this girl and then started to not like All-Star JR?
So like I said earlier, is that it didn't go from JR, All-Star JR, to Junior. It was 4 or 5 other people between there that she was dating before she even met Junior. So what happened was JR, he's the kind of person that he wanted to maintain a relationship with his baby mama. They both had a really good co-parenting situation by any stretch of the imagination. So when she dated somebody, he didn't care. He just wanted to meet the guy if she was going to be having a guy around his child.
Talking in circles.
And so everybody that she had been kicking it with from the time they
And it sounded like he a fan. So he wanted me because she be dating superstars. It's not like he a fan too.
up all the way up to Junior, he knew him. It was no problem, no issues, no arguing, no none of that kind of no weird at all. The weird came in play because of Jay Prince Jr. Jay Prince Jr. was the one who was uncomfortable with
He's smart though for not talking to him and just rapping. Because if you start talking and sounding like this nigga, you gonna be like, oh yeah, he lame. Gonna be looking lame. That's why he got this person talking so he can look lame and he can drop that music and get them views.
Star JR. He was the one who
Smart.
was trying to be controlling. He was the one trying to be a dictator in a relationship. So what happened is that they had run-ins going back 3 or 4 years ago. The latest run-in they had prior to this was at the Empire Grammy party out in California when he was out there, and JR had to smash down on him about running his mouth, trying to troll, and just doing a bunch of weirdo creep ass. Junior is the one who had a complex and was upset with All Star JR. It wasn't the other
What
way
happened at
around.
the party?
He had to check him for running his mouth because All Star JR was a part of the Empire family, so he was at the Grammy party.
Wait, so when he checked him, now Jay Prince Jr. like walks around as the boogeyman. When All-Star Jr. Sorry, All-Star JR. When All-Star JR checked him at the Empire party, what did Jay Prince Jr. do?
Nothing. See, Jay Prince Jr. in the face of a real man, he always backs down. His reputation is not a reputation where he confronts anything. He's not a Suge Knight. He's not his father. He's a whimpering coward little to tell you the absolute truth. And without his father, who is he? Ask yourself. I want the general public to ask themselves, without riding the coattails of his father, without having been grandfather.
You can't say that. That's his blood. That's where he came from. That's what it is. Like, can't say that. That's some hater shit to say anyway, man. Get your paper at.
Into the rap a lot / mob ties family, what has he built on his own? It wasn't him that found Drake. That was his other son that
Josh
found
Prince.
Drake.
Yeah,
So
Josh
what is
Prince.
his claim to fame? His claim to fame is leaving a trail of destruction and disgruntled employees in his wake. Whenever he leaves something, he destroys it. You don't know anything that has blossomed under
Yeah, of
Jay
course.
Prince Jr.'s son's.
Yo, was the encounter that night by chance, or do you feel like the encounter that took place with Jay Prince Jr. and All-Star JR that night, was that encounter something that was, like, for example, because like there's rumors that All-Star JR knew they were going to be there and he pulled up, or that Jay Prince Jr. knew All-Star JR was going to be there and he pulled up, or was the encounter just strictly by chance they just ended up in the same building?
It was OG3, who is the manager of all things NBA.
Yeah.
Right? It was his birthday celebration, and him and his family are there. They were there. So All Star Jr. didn't know they was gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? They were in his section having a party with his family and friends, as far as OG3, and the whole NBA squad was there. JR came in after them, and then after that, that's when Junior came in. Junior walked past and he saw JR there, and Junior went to the whole NBA camp and told the NBA camp that that he had an issue with JR, and JR was over there. That's why they went over there.
Hold
They had
on.
already.
So Jay Prince Jr.
He alerted.
entered in.
It's allegedly too, because he wouldn't know all of that. It's allegedly. Not saying he wouldn't, but the man being attacked, he typically wouldn't know all of that. He could know some of that, but not all of it. And it's not coming from the source, so it's going to be alleged.
Allstar JR was already there. He walked in.
OG3 and his party was already there. It was his birthday celebration. They were already there. JR came in afterwards and sat down, and then Junior came in last. Junior walked past JR, and he went to the OG3 section where they were having the party.
And when he told him to go over, did the Youngboy crew just went over to Allstar JR and automatically started attacking him, or was there words beforehand?
No, they walked over to him and they started to confront him immediately.
And do you feel like Allstar JR, like, if he would have like copped it, forwarded, that they would have left him alone, or do you felt like they already went over there looking to attack him?
I don't know, and I don't want to presuppose. I don't want to guess what they would have done.
Yeah,
but I know he stood up and he stood his ground.
Yeah. How did he grab the gun? Yeah, listen, man, that's the real question. How the hell did he get that gun, man?
When they were attacking him?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Being 10's waist and hit the ground. If you go back and watch the video, you can see Junior pointing at the ground, and he was telling them, "Get the gun, get the gun, get the."
Attacking him, or was there words beforehand?
No, they walked over to him and they started to confront him immediately.
And do you feel like Allstar JR, like, if he would have like copped it, forwarded, that they would have left him alone, or do you felt like they already went over there looking to attack him?
I don't know, and I don't want to presuppose. I don't want to guess what they would have done.
Yeah,
but I know he stood up and he stood his ground.
Yeah. How did he grab the gun? Yeah, listen, man, that's the real question. How the hell did he get that gun, man?
When they were attacking him?
Yeah.
The gun fell out of Being 10's waist and hit the ground. If you go back and watch the video, you can see Junior pointing at the ground, and he was telling them, "Get the gun, get the."
Now it sound like you telling.
Get the gun. Go back and slow the video down, and you can see Junior, right? When he turns back to the camera, you can see him pointing. Yeah. He wasn't pointing at JR, he was pointing at the pistol on the ground. He was telling them, "Get the gun, get the gun."
So how did Allstar JR, okay. So how was he able to evade them and still get the gun? Because if the gun is on the ground and they are swarming him, what type of football move did he do to get them off him and still grab the gun?
So listen, this is like when you from the hood, Flacco, this is what you know. When it comes to
right, how the fuck is he supposed to break, man?
Somebody bum rushing somebody, right? Right? It looked bad from the video. It looked like they was landing haymakers. But and if you know anything about hood fights, bro, when it comes to jumping somebody, when you have 4, 5, 6 people jumping on one person and they're in close proximity, they really hitting each other trying to hit him.
Yeah, of course.
So all the blows that people thought they were landing on JR, they were hitting each other trying to get him. So it was like the Keystone Cops. It was like an overall Three Stooges situation. And so when the gun hit the floor, JR seen it and grabbed it. And he did what he had to do after that.
Man. Now, okay, so when he grabbed the gun, now I heard OG3 and others ran, right?
No,
so,
OG3 mama pulled him away from it. If you go back and look at the video, that was his mama pulling him away from the situation. His mother had the presence of mind to look, you manage the hottest rapper in the world right now.
Yeah.
You are the manager of NBA Youngboy, but you also run the whole NBA empire. Yeah. It's your birthday. What the are you doing? Right?
Fact.
And I'm sure she knew that this wasn't their situation, because if it was an NBA situation, they would have handled that as soon as they saw Allstar JR.
Yeah.
They knew he was there. They didn't do anything because they didn't have an issue with him. There was no pressure with him. The pressure came from them trying to ride with Jay Prince Jr. That's where the pressure came from.
That's crazy. Okay, so I guess the question is, how far was Jay Prince Jr. away? Because we're saying Allstar JR, you grabbed the gun and you hit Ron and you hit NBA Ben 10. Why you ain't hit Jay Prince Jr.?
Jay Prince Jr. got the on. OG, when them shots rung out,
Yeah.
them shots, listen, OG3, he left them boys.
Yeah.
You see, this is a story y'all ain't get. When the shots rung out, OG3 got the on and left all of them in there.
Yeah.
He left them. So the whole thing, and Jay Prince Jr. got the on too. When them shots rung out, he was working like.
Really? He was like,
knee was working. That knee was working. All that old knee ain't working. His knee was working.
Oh my God.
You got the fuck out there.
Yeah. Well, like
everybody would.
Too though, because I seen a photo of Ben 10 on the ground, and it don't appear that none of his homies were around him. Like
they left. They do what coward ass big ass when the advantage flips, they run.
Yo, is it true that Jay Prince Jr., because I listened to the song, and Allstar JR says that Jay Prince Jr. I think left his Rolls Royce.
Got the
man, like he could have hopped in the Rolls Royce at least, right?
They got the and I'm gonna let you finish asking your question, man. But I want to say something to the city of Houston, and I want to also address the city of Baton Rouge after you get through, answer whatever questions you have of me.
Man, okay, so there's been a lot of rumors surrounding NBA Ben 10. I feel like this is my last question for you is, what's the status of NBA Ben 10? Because a lot of people is saying a lot of things.
NBA Ben 10 is in the hospital. He has been formally arrested, except he's been in and out of consciousness. NBA Ben 10 is under police watch and police supervision now. He will be charged with, at the very least, aggravated assault because it was a weapon. It was his weapon, right? They have fingerprints. They have DNA. His fingerprints and his DNA are on the weapon. He will be charged with.
Nigga, you got shot and charged?
Some form of assault, whether it's simple or aggravated, but I'm thinking aggravated because of the nature he had a firearm, and they attempted robbery with a firearm. So he is paralyzed from the neck down.
Wow.
He has feeding tubes and he has tubes helping him breathe.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So anybody tell you anything different, lying?
Yo, the family talking about, well, I'll be real. It's people who claim they're the family. There's no confirmation they are the family, actually. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? I'm talking about, he's walking and talking, bro.
Hey, listen, if he was walking, Flacco, if he was walking and talking, based on how many times he got hit, based on what he went through, and based on who he is and who he's connected to. Because now he's not just connected to Youngboy, he's connected to the whole mob tie situation. If he was up walking and talking, if he took those bullets like a champ, they would be posting pictures, bro.
That's true.
Pictures that. They would be posting pictures. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, so when you say he's on feeding tube and tubes to breathe,
can't post no pictures.
Is that why?
Post pictures, they taking him to jail, man. You gotta lay in jail X6 so you can stay in that care and fight it as long as you can from right there or something like that. Cause for real, cause it's gonna be a long ride for him. Enjoy some of that free food, free world food.
Jared says, unplug that.
Yeah, because he died twice. They were trying to save him. He died twice.
That's crazy. Yo, if I hear, do Allstar JR have any type of real animosity for NBA Ben 10, or do he just recognize Ben 10 was sent on a little dummy mission? He ain't trying to shoot me. They did try to jump me and snatch my chain, but it's not really no real hostility there because, NBA Ben 10 took filming, it took I guess the worst of it, right?
So listen, once you get to a conflict,
bro, what the fuck what kind of question? This nigga's a clown. That was a dumb question. Bro, he volunteered himself in the beef. They got a problem now. What you mean? Forever. But if he's paralyzed, it's hard to beef for the paralyzed man. He did his job. For real.
Somebody like that, and you have people trying to trying to inflict major damage and harm on you. You see chairs flying. You see 8, 9 people trying to jump him. You see the second in command of the NBA squad, which is OG3, trying to jump into it too, trying to jump into the melee as well. His mother having to pull him back, trying to think for him. Imagine your mama having to think for you, and you're a millionaire, and you manage the biggest rapper, the most popular rapper in the world. So in terms of animosity, JR don't know. He doesn't know. He didn't know being 10. He didn't know Daddy and Ron. He don't know them. He ain't have no issue with them. Their issue was them. So if you ask me if he feels if he has any feelings of remorse, I don't think he does. I've been knowing JR a long time. I don't think he does. How can you have feelings of remorse for somebody who tried to attack you for no reason whatsoever? Somebody that you didn't have an issue with, you had no problem with. There's no.
Oh, it was a reason. It was definitely a reason. But you definitely don't care about they well-being.
A conflict between you and that person. So he recognized it he immediately recognized that they were on a mission from somebody else. So if you're asking me, does he have any remorse or does he have any ill feelings towards them? I mean, listen, just because we didn't have any previous issue don't mean that, I'm looking at what happened. He's just solely looking at what happened. What happened was the guys tried to attack him, obviously on the behalf of somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, facts, right?
It could have been anybody. He was going to respond like that to anybody. It could have been anybody.
Yeah, because like I'll be real though, like if I'm Allstar JR and I'm in that situation, I'm not really holding nothing too personal. Now again, I'm gonna still diss him, right? But I'm not really holding nothing too personal, right? Because you didn't really do nothing to me, right? Outside of like, you feel me? Like outside of jumping me, but my real issue would be with, like Jay Prince Jr.
If they could have got down, they would have gotten down, bro.
Yeah, facts,
Right?
of course.
And so when you have people talking about, oh, he's bragging, he's trolling, like I told academics, you can't be a troll if you're personally involved with the situation. A troll is kind of like somebody like a 6ix9ine who sees somebody else going through something and they talk about it and gossip about it and just make fun of it. You can't be a troll if you're talking about something that you actually went through, something that you actually experienced.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. That definitely is a fact.
Talking about it, it's just you talking about it. Now, on the flip side of that, if they would have got out on him, if they would have hung him by his legs like Big Red from 5 Heartbeats, if they would have hung him over the balcony, they would have took pictures of it and they would have trolled him. They would have talked about it.
Of course.
People can expect for him, well, why is he trolling about it? That's dangerous. No, what he went through was dangerous.
Is he prepared for it? Now, here's a question, right? Because we know Dogface like you a gangster. But is Allstar JR prepared for the consequences? Because we looking at the J Prince and the Mob Ties family because remember like when I think it was Almighty J who got jumped and stabbed up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
The first person and he called was J Prince Jr. to handle it, and J Prince Jr. is from Houston. So Mob Ties is apparently connected with every community on Earth, they claim. Every inner city where black folks at, they claim they got some type of representation there. So that meaning if they're true to their word, that meaning they got mob ties in Detroit as well. So is Allstar JR, is he somebody based on how you know him, is somebody who is prepared and ready to handle whatever situation and candle he got to handle, especially with the amount of, I guess, taunting he's doing right now?
He just stood on business already, man. The question is answered. You're going to get popped and go to jail for it.
He absolutely is. And he's not by himself. I'm not going to name names because that's nobody's business.
Yeah.
But Detroit is genuinely a city. Even if we have issues with each other, it's going to be hard for you to track down somebody. First of all, nothing's going to happen to him in Detroit, period. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who we catch trying to aid and assist, somebody who's from Baton Rouge or from Texas, anybody who we catch in Detroit, because there's a bunch of people who are mob tie affiliates in Detroit, right? Anybody who we catch and we find out trying to aid and assist them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting their ass on the floor. I'm gonna let the whole world know. That's number one. Number two, let me back up for a second. Why would Jay Prince see? Because the instructions, the ultimate instructions, and the ultimate challenge lies not at the feet of Jay Prince Jr. The ultimate instruction or the ultimate decision-making power comes from Senior. Let me ask you a question. What did Allstar JR do to anybody in mob ties or rap a lot?
Nothing.
Nothing. So if you think about it, why would Jay Prince Sr., the one who runs the show, why would he have a problem? And you know that he's a thinking man. He's a wise man. You know that he's thinking, hey, listen, y'all bust y'all move. It didn't work. And so now this guy is going to do whatever he has to do, or he can do whatever he wants to do. He can say whatever he wants to say because he's not in the wrong here. So when you think about injury inflicted, actual physical harm, no mob tie member, no Rap-A-Lot affiliate got touched. They didn't get shot. They didn't get scratched. So what would Jay Prince
It's a fact.
here have an issue with Allstar JR about?
That's true, but are you saying that Jay Prince Jr. don't got no authority to call no hits?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying I'm not saying or acknowledging that he's ever called a hit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, true.
What would it be for?
The man, all of my
What I'm saying,
Hey, no, audio,
you mean
that's
Junior?
yeah.
Boy, Junior gonna get his ass spanked, boy. You hear me? Junior, haven't you already caused your family enough headache? Haven't you already caused your family enough turmoil? Haven't you already put your family in ridiculous positions and situations over the course of the last 5-6 years? Haven't you done the worst you could possibly do to stain the reputation and the legacy of your father? One of the main reasons why people are questioning or trying to challenge the Prince family is because of all the mistakes that Junior has made since he was put in charge.
Yeah.
Man, y'all get up over there and check out the rest of that content, man. It seemed like it's a dope interview. OG got a lot of game, you know what I'm saying? And that's what these youngsters need to hear. Game like that. Because he's speaking real facts. Everything he said was a real fact. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely agree with that. That was a dope interview, Flacco. Shout out to Flacco. That was good content, you know, for putting that out there and letting me use it, you know. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with another video real shortly, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that content for sure.
Mistake after mistake after mistake, and they were preventable mistakes as well.
Mm.
This is D'Anthony.
Serious dictation was driving me crazy, so I switched to whisper flow. Here's why I'll never go
This is DeAnthony Bullocks and Jarrell Austin. Just moments earlier, police heard the two had been inside a stolen car connected to a dangerous shooting spree in a Cincinnati neighborhood.
Well, it could be a homicide, we don't know yet, but we got drones and we got dogs, so...
Now officers were racing to find them, but as the search began, investigators realized something far more dangerous. There was a third suspect involved, and according to police, he was the one carrying the gun.
I know.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Bro, what the fuck? I've been chilling.
They're down in the woods down here. I can't see them.
You know they had this on far.
Going down there though. Hey, we don't want to walk into a crossfire here.
Within minutes, what started as a routine search for suspects would spiral into a deadly officer-involved shooting. A shooting that would ignite controversy, multiple arrests, and a chain of events.
Imagine being able to build an app.
Coming.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! On your right! On your right! He's got a gun!
In the early afternoon of May 1st, 2025, police in Cincinnati, Ohio, received a report about a stolen vehicle that had just been located after a drive-by in the local neighborhood. The car was along Warsaw Avenue in East Price Hill. The vehicle had been stolen earlier that day from Edgewood, Kentucky, and was tracked by the owner using a GPS. What seems like a routine stolen vehicle recovery quickly took a turn. Inside the car were suspects Ryan Hinton, DeAnthony Bullocks, and Jarrell Austin. The moment officers approached, the doors flew open and the suspects bolted, scattering in different directions through the neighborhood.
Like they should.
Pulling up. Here.
I know.
Go. Go. You're good, you're good, you're good. I got you. Be honest. Yeah. Hold the channel.
We got him.
Y'all good? Oh, good. We're good. We're good. Good. Yeah. I was Andy fell through the woods and I was crawling through the woods and.
And just like that, all three suspects were loose in the neighborhood. Within moments, officers across East Price Hill began converging on the area, spreading through nearby streets and alleys in an urgent effort to locate the fleeing suspects before they could disappear. And as multiple police units were now en route to the area, what started as a routine response was quickly growing into a much larger operation as officers realized the potential danger to nearby civilians. Then, a call came over the
Shout out to the commentary.
radio. One of the suspects had just been spotted near a library, nearly 2 miles from the original confrontation.
Put the phone down! Put the phone down!
I'll go hands. I'll go hands. I'll go hands. I'll go hands. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
I did not do bro. What the fuck? I've been chilling. I just came outside. What the fuck? I haven't did shop on the phone with my buddy and everything. What are y'all doing? I haven't did shit. What the fuck? Like, bro.
What's your name, boss? Knees your chest. Knees your chest.
Y'all just pointed guns at me. Y'all just came over here pointing guns and shit at me. What the fuck did I do?
Officers soon detained the first suspect near the library. At first, it looked like a breakthrough. One of the 3 suspects had finally been caught. But the suspect insisted he had nothing to do with the incident, claiming he had simply been walking through the area. Still, to officers on scene, he matched the description perfectly. As they questioned him outside, another officer stepped inside the library to alert staff about the unfolding situation and see if anyone else was hiding inside.
We had a shooting. Yeah, we had one, and we're tracking the suspects now. So we're gonna go in here for just a second.
I'm like, that is scared the shit out of me.
Hold on just a minute. I know. We had a shooting, and that's why I was trying to get to you guys, because I knew you opened at 10, and I didn't know the other detail.
Okay.
So I was trying to get to you as soon as I can, but he's matching the description of there was 3 individuals that was involved in the shooting. Could possibly be a homicide, but it happened real close to the library. So I was just trying to get to you quickly, and he matched. Okay. So that's why I was trying to get to you guys, because I knew you opened at 10. So it possibly could be a homicide. We don't know yet, but we have 3 suspects, so that's why we got drones and we got dogs. So, but you have a detail, so that's good.
Okay.
After the officer finished clearing the library, attention returned to the detained suspect outside. At first, it seemed officers had successfully caught one of the fleeing suspects, but that moment of relief wouldn't last long. As officers continued to question him, they soon realized something was wrong. The man they had detained wasn't one of the suspects after all.
Yeah, though. Literally, I just told them that. Called you when I came outside. I haven't done nothing.
Investigation of precinct.
Y'all, bro. Y'all came at me.
So the good thing is we have video, so if it's you,
It's not me, because I haven't done nothing at all. I know it's not me. Now, if I did something, I seen y'all pulling up, I would've ran. I ain't gonna lie. I would've ran. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I would've took out. These pops would've came off and everything. I would've took out. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't do nothing, so I ain't got no reason to run. I ain't do shit. I ain't got no reason to run, none of that. So,
You ain't got warrants out right now?
No.
Nothing crazy?
Nothing at all.
You fired any gun today?
No.
Fireworks or anything?
No.
Okay, listen. Nobody shot at a police officer. Okay? Did you shoot at a police officer today?
No, sir.
Do you mind if I take the DSR? You just gonna tell me if you shot a gun today or not?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
GSR, that mean he finna check him for the gun residue on his fingers. Gun smoke residue, GSR.
I just went like this. They start laughing. Real weird. I ain't had cuffs on my hands in a minute. It's real weird. Yeah, y'all go ahead on mine.
Officers eventually tested the detained man for gunpowder residue, and the results came back clean. Just like that, officers realized they had the wrong person. The man was released, leaving all 3 suspects still on the run. But only moments later, another 911 call came in from several miles away. A woman reported that her gun had just been stolen. What officers didn't realize yet was that the weapon would soon be linked directly to one of the fleeing suspects.
Sometimes, and it's not a whole lot of people that live on the street, so sometimes I know last night I left it open.
Yeah.
I know I left it unlocked. I know that for a fact. But it's been plenty of times where I've left my car door unlocked and nothing has ever moved.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not up at 3 and 4 in the morning. Here's the problem that I run into. I bought my gun when I got my gun license. It was
Hey, if you're watching this, man, like, comment, and subscribe to the video, man. I see y'all peeking in, jumping in. The NBA Youngboy situation is already posted on my page, or if you scroll back earlier in the live, you will see it. But we're gonna cover it again once more people jump in, people keep jumping in and out. So, you're welcome to go to my page and watch it. Or just wait a second.
Okay, I got it from the Pro Bass up in
Forest Fair.
Yes, the old Cincinnati Mills. Well, they need to get past. I'm not wait. So I wasn't sure if
check out my driver, please.
I went to go. What was that? I went to call the police. The lady at the police station said I need to call to see, because I didn't know the what is it? The serial number. It was 5 years
They
ago.
should have it though. If you call them, and they don't have it.
I called
And allow one.
We have 27.
Watching your facial expressions on the Cam Capone episode that you did with 4Extra.
Yeah, I just watched that.
Because you're just like face is just doing all these crazy things in
I was
the corner.
thinking what Kel was saying.
Yeah, he's saying a lot.
Okay.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't say nothing to Kelly.
Okay, because he was talking about his fate.
On Neighbor Crip, I wasn't there.
Right.
You follow me? So I'm listening.
But I feel like he was being disrespectful to Jap, and you actually have respect for Jap. So I'm like seeing your brain processing the awkwardness of this conversation during
Like
the
I
interview.
told you, Ken, I'm gonna say it a million times. Cuz is a fucking boxer.
Yeah, I know.
Cuz could definitely he could knock everybody at this table
For
out.
sure.
For
yeah.
sure,
He could break everybody's jaw. Cuz look, when you fight somebody like that, cuz on Neighborhood Crip. Cuz look, on Neighborhood Crip, what cuz was doing like that, cuz on Neighborhood Crip. Cuz I see in stores, cuz. When I tell you, cuz I thought I was going to sleep. I didn't go to sleep, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, cuz on Neighborhood Crip, I was like a mouth, cuz on Neighborhood Crip, just like that. Cuz will put you for sleep, nigga.
Right.
On Neighborhood Crip.
You gotta love, bro. He sounds scared to death of that man. He sounds scared to death.
Yeah, but my problem is just like I'm watching this interview and it feels like 4Extra is talking the whole time and you can't even get a sense of.
I'll let you know I wasn't there.
I know, but just the whole interview in general, like he's talking the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like he's not good at sharing the mic. He's not letting you speak. Like you guys could be a dope tag team, either wrestling or maybe doing something else, but he got to let you actually speak.
Yeah, and shine as well. Shine together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, they trying to hate, man. Don't fall for it, bro. You already know that, Crip Mac. Don't even.
Well, it's his story against what cuz. I wasn't there, so I ain't
That part specifically, I get that, but like the whole interview is kind of like that.
Yeah, I ain't fighting no type of way because I wasn't there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This was years ago. I wasn't there.
I feel like 4Extra is just not used to like not talking. Like he's just literally always.
If he's on
talking.
camera, for sure, it's
Like,
just.
yeah.
Man, shut that down, Crip Mac. They trying to bash.
Especially if he's on camera.
Hey,
Yeah.
Charlie
He doesn't
Warren.
just like
My luck
breathe.
right
He
there,
just talks.
yeah.
No, for sure.
And hold on, and it's the 4 times 10. Shout out, baby.
It is.
Mama.
Yeah. Big
Lupe
day.
and off the back, 4 extras
Absolutely.
on hood and all the other spotty foties.
Is
on
that
hood.
cool seeing Spody Face out there?
Yeah, on hood. Shout out Spotty Face, Nate Butt, and the Tam Kurgers lady.
Yeah.
You like her?
Goddamn
Tam's a
straight.
fan of you.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
She's a fan.
How do you know?
Because she got you the shirt. She got that custom made for you, the Tam burger. She just made those.
Appreciate it, Tam Kurgers.
Were you feeling her energy?
She seemed cool, Tam Kurgers, yeah.
Were you attracted to her?
Tam Kurgers is a beautiful lady.
Mm.
And she got Tam Kurger.
She's classy.
Yeah.
Very classy.
Would you
lady.
consider asking her out for a cup of coffee?
Cam Kurger.
Perhaps.
A date.
What about some coffee, yeah? Shit, some fucking Crip Juice and a nifty night. I'm doing no fucking coffee.
You know what I'm saying? Some Gucci and asshole.
She's
Crip
a
Mac.
classy girl.
What's that mean?
She carries herself with respect. She's not going to just come through to your house and just let you crack.
She wants a fancy dinner, some steak, some roses, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have teeth. I can't eat steak. So we could do some shrimp and fish.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's fine.
Some crip legs.
Yeah.
Tam would be ecstatic.
Tam would do all that.
Yeah.
Some crip legs.
Tam cool, cuz. I seen it seemed like like she got what's the word, cuz? Like she down for earth.
Yeah, like an aura to her, a down to earth aura to her.
But she was just at the beach. She went to Jamaica on vacation. We don't know who she was out there with.
We don't give a f. Did you ask her?
I didn't ask, but I'm just wondering, is there like a secret bay that's funding this?
Secret sugar daddy.
Well,
you
maybe not
never know.
but
Possibly she has her dollars put up where she travels. Women that travel and do different things.
Independent women.
Right.
There you go.
I feel like you have a lot of respect for her as well. You like the way she was carrying herself.
Most definitely, yeah. She carries herself with respect.
Some of the girls you deal with are kind of, you know.
This nigga play too much, man. Wow.
That's not like current.
Damn, Gerger.
Oh, no,
We're
I'm
on
not,
the bigger and better.
I'm not dealing with no snakes this year. Okay?
I like
we
that.
eliminate snakes on the good crib.
What about Astrid, the girl with the blue hair? How are you feeling her vibe?
I don't know
Latina.
who she is.
Just
she said she met you
friend.
before here, but
she didn't have blue hair.
No, she switched it up.
Yeah, she switches it up quite a bit.
So I probably did. The hair wasn't blue. Now the blue stands out. I'm a crip.
Yep.
So I love the blue hair.
We thought you'd like that, yeah.
No, I love it.
We told her, get the blue hair. Crib Max on the way. Get the blue hair.
Oh,
ASAP.
you told her that?
Yeah.
No, you're a smart man. You knew it. I love the blue
Yeah.
fucking hair.
Okay.
All right, they got the clip queued up, the one he was talking about when he was saying 4 extra was overpowering and blah blah blah. So we're gonna check it out, and I want y'all to leave a comment, tell me what y'all think. Even though I feel like, man, that's their energy. Shit, they ping off each other really well. Shit, real talk.
4 extra.
Vernon Avenue.
Crip Mac.
Papa Crip. Vernon Avenue.
Glad to have you guys here,
Oh,
man.
good. Vernon Ave. Oh, good. We here. Oh, good.
Man, it's a lot going on, man.
It is a lot going on. It is a lot going on. Get straight into this shit.
Okay, well, I'm going to get right into it, man. You know, the thing that everybody's talking about right now
I must get straight into this shit.
is the Jap 5 interview on Vlad TV, man. And, you know, let me give just a quick recap, man. You know, he did this interview.
He jokes. He can't wait to lie.
And, you know, the main topic was the fight with 4 extra.
Of course, it's going to be that. Of course, it's going to be that. If it ain't going to be me, it's going to be the homie Crip Mac. It's going to be one of us, cuz.
Most viral
on the hood.
Neighborhoods worldwide.
On hood.
So this is a quick recap. His side of the story is he landed in the dorm. He was about 18, 19 years old.
Which is crazy, right? Because he beat Crip Mac up, and you supposedly won, so he definitely don't want to make it seem like he beat both of y'all up, and he's smaller than both of y'all.
He had a couple fades. He ran a couple fades with your homies. He said that you didn't
Let me get right into it.
Let me get the whole story. Out. He said you didn't like the outcome of it, so you wanted a fade. He wanted to get his win. You said no, and you just started bombing on him. You guys wrestled real quick. And then the cops came in, and then that was it. And then he said, you yelled afterwards.
All right, this nigga cuz got a bunch of lies. This nigga got a bunch of lies. That's all in the thing, cuz. All right, first off, let's clear up.
That's the one Hoover Crip Mac respect. He got that Hoover kill on his forehead, but Jeff fired that one Hoover he respect. Look at his face. He ain't trying to say nothing. He don't even want to talk about it.
With his nervous ass, let's clear up. Can you zoom that in? It's Mac, cuz. Zoom that motherfucker in. Let's first clear up with his nervous ass. That said, I seen it. Somebody sent it to me. That said he came in and said he told us he was Jap the shooter. That lying. That said he was Jap. That nigga ain't never said he was Jap the shooter. We would have him off, bro. Would have him off. He never said that, bro. He never said he was Jap the shooter. That's a lie.
Right.
That lying. That lying. That nigga, he's off the back lying.
Look how Crip man looking. Crip man looking like what? He looking like what, cuz? He didn't say that. He said that to me, cuz.
Now, second off, cuz, and then I see the saying we spread it together. We never spread it together. I never spread it with that on Vernon Avenue Crip. I never spread it with that.
Spread mean eat. It mean eat. Break down the noodles. Put whatever you got in there. You know, gourmet. Cream milk with no sugar. Whatever he said.
I never ate with that. So he telling me that he ate up there with me and my homie Bad News and my three other homies, my homies from 60s and them, up there where we ate at. We stayed upstairs by the corner. That nigga never spreaded me. If the nigga spread it on me, I'ma tell a nigga spread it on me. That ain't nothing, nigga just eating. But he never spread it with me. He never spread it with me ever. That's a lie. And then this nigga turn around and say, I told him he was the only Hoover that ever came to that dorm. First off, that wasn't our dorm. It was only like 3 or 4 or 5 homies in that. That wasn't our dorm once again. Our dorm was upstairs, 828. Everybody know at that time, the neighborhood dorm was upstairs at 828.
The 800 floor, huh?
The 800 floor, we was upstairs, bro. Downstairs, it was mostly like, to me, it was a mixture, but it was more hub and dubs in there than anybody. And everybody know that was there. It was more hub and dubs there. Shout out to the hub and dub, but it was more hub and dubs
Shout out
there.
to hub and the dub,
Nigga,
yeah.
there more than anybody, bro. On the set, it was more of them than anybody up in that. Then he said, I told him that he's the only Hoover with his nervous ass out of all of them, the only one came in the dorm. At that time, it was every homies, every hood had a bunch of their homies in there. We had a bunch of our homies in there. They had a bunch of their homies in there. Everybody card had a bunch of homies in there. So that's unbelievable.
Shout
that
out
you'll
to
be the
everybody
only,
watching.
I'm going to tell you, you the only that walks in the.
Shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate every last person watching, even if it ain't nobody watching. Even if it's 2 people, 3 people watching, man. I appreciate you watching. Popping in and out. I appreciate you popping in and out. Hit that like button, it's free. And hit that subscribe button, it's free. Support. At least do that before you leave, man.
And you already talking about, you already spotted out that you lowball ran. But you gonna say that I told you, you the only one came in the dorm.
We finna get into the JR content in a minute.
Knock it the off, bro. Like, I be on the enemies, but on the hood, you gonna give, I'm not about to sit up there and just lie on it. Like, they not, what the that's not even our dorm. So why would they not come in that? That don't even make sense. Like, so you the only one, a little ass nigga, come in this, out of a million niggas that's in the county at that time, the county jail was flooded with, everybody had homies in here. That motherfucker was flooded in full-fledged gangbanging. Ask anybody about that time. That was turned up, going, rocking and rolling. So, you.
Oh, God, I believe him, too. I believe him. That motherfucker turned.
Tell you, you the only one came in the door. What the? You just put 10 on you for you can look awesome. He trying to look real awesome. You got to think about it. Did this say, I don't feed him? Nigga, I something to set on the dope feed you, nigga. On Vernon Avenue. Now you get up here. See, this what I already knew. First, he got out. You ain't doing nothing out here. Whatever the fuck you doing, you ain't know nothing. Nigga, you just did a whole interview. The only thing that went viral on that interview is talking about me and the homie Crip Matt. That's the only thing that did numbers on that interview. Nothing else, ain't no nigga paying attention to what that talking about on that interview. All that shit bump. The only thing a nigga paying attention to is me and Crip Matt. That's the only thing a nigga paying attention to. And you sit up there and gonna say, I don't feed you. I don't feed you. On Vernon Avenue, I don't feed you. Come on, cuz. And there you go talking about, oh, I was out of breath. I didn't get no wind. And this shit crazy. It's like damn, cuz, just keep it real. Remember last time when you was in jail, you said one thing, and then you had your step pops come back and say a second thing. Like, nigga, we back down that road again? We back down that road again? Like, come on, like, nigga, you gotta make it make sense, cuz, on the set.
So how did it go? Did he run his 2 fades? And then you was the 3rd fade, or how did it go?
Cuz squabble, and cuz squabble me on the dead homies, cuz. It wasn't no, he was out of breath. It was no thing, cuz, on 40 Crip, cuz. If I'm lying, I'm down on Vernon Avenue Crip, bro. And you talking about 4 on the dead homies. Downstairs, we was at 8, 11, 8, 12, right there in the middle on the dead homies by the visiting room. That we was in the middle dorm. When you go to visit, you're gonna see our dorm straight ahead on the dead homies, bro. When you walk in, the door right here. The under the stairs is right here. The tables is close by the under the stairs right there. Anybody know if they've been at 812, they know how it is right there. So when the ring right there be squabbling in the morning, sometimes when you be
They called it the ring.
come in like before a nigga go to visit or after visit before a nigga want visits up or a nigga wait to dinner sometimes, then what's the name? But if a nigga gotta get that out the way then, niggas will build a wall at breakfast. Some niggas build walls at breakfast, dinner, it don't matter. You get what I'm saying? If it's serious,
Program time, blacks!
So,
Build a wall, mean everybody standing, you know what I'm saying, blocking the view of the cop.
so you gotta think, niggas right there, bro. I'm Vernon Avenue. When I sock cuz and he slid over the table, I'm like, cuz, bro. So you telling me right now, nigga, you done slide over the table? I don't feed you, cuz. I'm looking at the camera right now. Make sure you, nigga, you clickbait this. I don't feed you, cuz. And you didn't have no air, no wind. Or you just trying to get some views because you ain't been doing nothing. Cause your whole interview didn't do no numbers. The only thing that did numbers was talking about me and talking about the homie Crib Mac and making up bunk ass lies. So I'm just saying, cuz I'm looking at.
It's kind of the same with both of y'all though. When y'all talk about each other, you go viral. That's how you went viral. That's how we knew. That's how we found out about you. So
Right now, cuz we back down that road again. Is we really back down that road? And you spread it with me. So you spread it with me and the homies upstairs. You spread it with me and the homies upstairs.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.
Hey, I'm Adam.
And I'm Tyler. And we're the founders of Sun Home Saunas.
First,
all days. I mean, I get it. The Setting Ash Raucus was real. But there's one fatal mistake that he made in this video. Getting shot? Okay, I ain't tripping. We serve 2 different gods. Must be. My father told me my testimony already. Life support has never been an option. I've been up. I'm just on God's timing right now. Crazy, man. I thug every night just to go to church on the fresh Sunday. To the youth, make this Good Friday count. We did everything under the sun together in F we ever ran from. Ends just run they dick suckers like hoes. Anybody know how we rock? Know effing well how that shit would have ended. I was in there. Wait, what the hell? All right. I know some of y'all can't read cursive. That's what it says.
You know, still early in the morning shit.
Man, you know we gotta get this shit in. These niggas sound stupid, eating good around.
Stupid duck ass.
And I'm going to hold y'all a little bit hostage until the end of the video to show you the exact crazy mistake that he made. But once he dropped that video, everybody and their mama had to hit up Allstar JR. And Allstar JR did exactly what he was supposed to do, which actually I think might have pissed off a lot more people because they're supposed to be afraid of individuals. And I don't think that that's the thing. There are a bit
yeah, man, people too grown to be afraid of people.
Of individuals who believe that Allstar JR should be scared, but the night he was supposed to be scared, he actually got a firearm and defended himself.
Good on business.
The firearm didn't belong to him, and everybody ran like roaches when the lights are turned off. But he responded, and it was quite interesting. Roll it.
I wake up, all you hoe ass tagging me talking about
You see Ben back. You see Ben back. Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben 10. I'll double it for him. Fuck he talking about. Do that bitch, bitch. It's your dance. Get in your groove.
Hit that QR code or tap that link in the description. That's free cash to Seti Nash. They say.
Hey, man. I want y'all to jump in them comments. Tell me what y'all think about this whole situation, man. It's driving the internet crazy. That's for sure. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all not jumping in the comments enough for me, man. Jump in the comments. I want to know what y'all think about the situation.
Thing about the internet. The internet will tell you, hey, don't do this while we talk shit about you like this. But you don't do anything. We say this person is the super gangster. This person is the super thug. This person is that. And you should be definitely afraid of that individual. But the moment that that person is seen not to be a quasi freaking master bullet deflector, it seems like they want all these cats to be Luke Cage. The moment that that happens,
We're going to skip it to the meat and potatoes.
I want to play a game, right? And the game is super simple. Y'all see his hand right there trying to cover up what he already showed. And this is early in the day. Just want y'all to know that. You notice that window right there? That window in particular? Alrighty. So what we notice with that window is there is a brick wall that is brownish, reddish brown. So we know that he's looking into another building when he looks out. Why is that important, Seti Nash? And I told y'all, I'm going to get on my old Seti Nash stuff. Since you guys...
Right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why that's important, too. Why is that so important, man?
These guys
Get
are
well,
so tough
soldier.
and so gangster. Let me show you what a tough gangster would actually do. I looked right here. This right here is the cafeteria menu right here. That is bought from Ben Taub. $8.99 a medium breakfast. You see what I'm saying? Product of 838. Just want y'all to know that. But now, to understand how it really goes down, let me give you a layout of the actual building. This right here is the actual building. Based upon the information that I gave y'all, you know that these colors are the correct colors in the building. And we know by looking at the video that he posted that, hey, he's looking at another wall. So it is safe to assume that he's not in the front building. He's actually the second building in the back. See, when y'all play tough games, I know how to play tough games too. See how that works? I'm good, ain't I? Now, this is all theory and speculation. Listen, Ben 10 could way out in Louisiana somewhere. He had a whole other medical center and all that stuff. I actually don't know either. So I'm not going to drop his location.
Yo, what was the point of that? Leave in the comments what point he was making with that. You lost me with that.
But hey, we just gonna go off for facts here. Simulation. That's not even a real photo. That's not even a real video. We don't know what that actually. We have no idea. But if we are to be true to the whole word so evident, all we can say.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, this dude reminds me of a female. A heavy set female. That when they sleep, they sound like my dog in the background.
Get well. It was a stupid thing to do. Should you have done it? No. But there are consequences and repercussions for your actions. That's all that is. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know this. I ain't got no static defense.
Make sure y'all get up in the comments, man. Go crazy in the comments. Tell me what y'all thinking, man. That concludes this video right here for sure. I'm finna get up out of here, man. See you on the next one.
monthly, daily, whatever, to steal. How you mad I stole from you instead of stealing from them? Nigga, all of this is wrong. Like, I ain't wrong for doing this to you. Like, I'm stopping evil at the doorstep, nigga. I'm a vessel, nigga. I'm stopping evil, nigga. You was gonna trick somebody out they last couple $100.
The bloodthirsty, murderous pedo David could very well beat these charges and walk free. And I've listened to a lot of experts speak on this situation since he's got arrested, and none of these experts is confident that these charges will stick or that they even have enough to charge him. Not because he's innocent. We all know he's guilty, but essentially, the DA and LAPD, man, dropped the ball.
Your breaking news right here at 5:30. You might recognize this picture. That's singer David. The LAPD just announced that they have arrested him for the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
David's lawyer immediately gave a statement, and his statement kind of gives you some insight into what their defense of David is going to be. The lawyer says, let us be clear, the actual evidence in this case would show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. Now, they didn't say David has no idea what's going on. David has no idea how she died. They're saying he was not the cause of her death. I think we know where they're going in terms of the defense. They're going to take advantage of essentially David having like a year head start to hide this. They would also continue and say there has been no indictment returned by any grand jury in this case and no criminal complaint filed. David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. David's arrest yesterday makes no sense to everybody. Everybody is confused. Every expert is confused as to what's going on. And they fear that LAPD may have made a mistake. And the reason why they're so confused is because a grand jury didn't indict David. The prosecutor has been in grand juries for the last couple months. Now, grand juries can only be seated for, I believe, 30 days, so they had to keep getting like different grand juries. But for the most part, yeah, like they've been giving testimony to a grand jury, feeding the grand jury evidence, trying to get an indictment of David on these murder charges, and a grand jury has failed to return any indictments whatsoever. A grand jury has failed, to make a ruling on whether or not that's enough to indict David on murder. So because if y'all been in front of a grand jury for months and still hasn't secured an indictment yet, then why was he arrested yesterday? And how confident are you guys if you guys get a DA indictment that will be enough to convict this man? Now, Harvey Levin, who's a lawyer who understands these things much more than a lot of us, he broke it down. And from his perspective, he's also very concerned on the stability of this case and how strong it is. And even he thinks the prosecutors or LAPD may have made a very big mistake and may have striked a little too early based on the circumstances. Now, everybody, though, when we look at the video of David being arrested yesterday, everybody is saying this is a clout chasing move, right? You guys were in contact with his lawyers. You guys knew exactly where he was, but yet y'all came with the SWAT team and made that much ruckus.
I think there is a problem in the prosecution's case against David the singer. Let me explain. The grand jury has been hearing this case for 5 months, since November. Beth Silverman, the DA, has been presenting witness after witness after witness to this grand jury to get a grand jury indictment. We know that there has been a dogfight between the DA's office and the medical examiner over cause of death that we are told and have been told for a long time after Celeste Rivas's body was found that they were having a very difficult time establishing cause of death. And that is an issue here. But then the question, if Beth Silverman was before that grand jury for 5 months with the end goal of getting an indictment for murder, why did the police arrest David yesterday and then say they're going to present the case to the DA on Monday so that the DA can determine whether to file formal charges or not. That makes absolutely no sense, because it was the grand jury that was supposed to indict here and not the DA just charging him. If the DA wanted to charge, what was the point of a grand jury?
We weren't present at the grand jury testimony, so we don't know what type of evidence they have on David. What I can say confidently, if they weren't able to secure an indictment, the grand jury indicts everybody. Like, I'll be real. Yo, the grand jury indicts everybody, bruh. All right, yo, you could bring one of the weakest cases to a grand jury. The grand jury is coming back with an indictment, homie. All right, so if they couldn't even meet like the grand jury standards to get an indictment on David, that means there's a lot of holes in this case and a lot of flaws. And one of the biggest flaws is, how can you say he murdered her if the medical examiner is unable to determine the cause of death? That's one of the biggest holes in this case. Now, we know David is a murderous, bloodthirsty pedo POS. I think David is guilty. I think David should spend the rest of his life in prison. I think David should die in jail because David did this. David murdered that girl. And we look at the circumstantial evidence, right? You know, her body is in his Tesla, parked outside of his home. He's buying burn cages. He's paying people off, right? He has like cleaning material, right? The circumstantial evidence is there. But if you're going to bring this man to a court of law where a jury of his peers got to convict him, you got to at least be on the same page with your medical examiner for the cause of death. If you're not on the same page with the medical examiner, then it's kind of like, how do you say he murdered her when y'all can't even figure out how she got murdered? Now, there's going to be testimonies, but how credible would those testimonies be? If those people themselves knew about this for months on end and they said nothing, and they were accessories after the fact, how credible would their testimony be if they're testifying so they don't get arrested, so they don't get cooked, so they don't go to jail too? Now, I'm hoping David gets found guilty. I'm hoping they cook David. But when you look at the circumstances, everybody is saying, I just don't see this, man. Because what do you mean the police is going to present the case to the DA? The DA has been the one trying to get the indictment from the grand jury. Like, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. The DA has had this case for months. So what do you mean we're going to present a case to the DA on Monday? Ain't the DA has been the one trying to get an indictment for the... It just doesn't make sense. But now listen, I knew it was cooked when the literal lead investigator for this case, he did an interview with Law and Crime, and even he is like, man, I'm not hopeful.
So what happened at the grand jury so that they either didn't indict him, that she never asked the grand jury to actually indict, or did the grand jury issue a no bill, which means they rejected the case? I don't think they would have rejected the case outright, although I don't know. But the only other option is that Beth Silverman never asked for a formal indictment after presenting evidence for 5 months before the grand jury. So and the police say, we're going to present the case to the DA. The DA's had the case for 5 months. What do you mean present the case? That makes no sense when you listen to what the police are saying.
You guys are about to be really mind-blowing. Check this level of incompetency out, okay? So apparently, LAPD has been really upset at LA County DA for not bringing murder charges fast enough against David. So they went to arrest David without the permission of the LA County DA. And they did so to hopefully pressure the DA to bring charges right away. So David might very well walk on Monday if the DA say we don't have enough right now to move forward with this murder charge. LAPD just did this for theatrics in the clout chase. This is absurd. We've never seen anything like this before in the history of Earth.
Just recently, the medical examiner has apparently revived or has come up with or has come to the conclusion to a medical certainty that it's a homicide. Guess what happened then? Have you heard what happened then? LAPD then tried to get the DA's office to then file. DA's office apparently wouldn't file. So LAPD said, oh, okay, you're not going to file? We're going to go arrest David. We're going to arrest him on a Thursday afternoon.
You got to stop for a second. Back this up. Are you telling me that you're hearing that the DA was not ready to file charges and the LAPD said, screw you, we're going to just arrest him when the DA wasn't ready to file charges? Is that what you're saying?
There is exactly what is happening right now, which is why there is no complaint.
Are you saying you know, because that's what I'm hearing, that the DA was not ready to file charges, the LAPD got frustrated and said, we're just going to arrest him. You got 4 days to file. Is that what you're
That's
saying?
exactly what I'm hearing.
I don't understand
exactly
that. But Mark, if they're not, if the DA is not ready to file charges and 4 days run out, then David walks free and LAPD has egg on its face.
No, LAPD is then going to point the finger at the DA's
and
office.
The DA's office is going to say, we're not ready. Are you?
Yes. And that I'm telling you, that's what's happening. There's only one other explanation that makes any sense whatsoever. And the DA may embrace this if they decide this is too hot for them to just reject. And what the DA would say is on Monday that we've now looked at it, we're now going to file charges, and they'll do a press conference, and they will do the performative arts theatrics that it took them over the weekend to finally realize that they had enough evidence.
Welcome to LA. Hey, yo, I told y'all this from day one, and a lot of y'all was in the comment section killing like Flacco. LAPD got the best homicide division on earth. What are you talking about? You don't know nothing. What I tell y'all when it comes to LAPD, man. What I tell y'all when it comes to LAPD, man. Don't get your hopes up. I told y'all if this was anywhere else, this case would have been solved within 2 months. If this was anywhere else, man, they would have went and found a missing 14-year-old who was living with a grown man before she got murdered. If this was anywhere else, they would have had them folks in that bit talking after day one, man. You think Neo and David French, you think they got loyalty to David? Man, as soon as the grand jury brought them in, they started singing. They said David's a piece of ish. Man, Neo left that grand jury after one day and took to Instagram and started saying David's a monster. Them folks ain't never had no loyalty to David, man. But this is what they do. Do you understand that Notorious B.I.G. died and we still don't know who did it? Well, the streets know. If they couldn't solve Biggie's murder and everybody know who murdered Biggie, what you think they about to do to Celeste and Dave? Man, all right, man. Yeah, y'all got faith. I don't at all. Not one bit. Now, the lead detective for this case, he did an interview with Law and Crime, and he isn't hopeful either.
So what actually will happen by the end of the day on Monday, end of the day on Tuesday?
Well, I imagine I would not be surprised. There's going to be a couple different angles here because the DA's office is going to come under a lot of pressure right now. But that doesn't mean that they're going to make a decision out of pressure. So they'll probably use, I would imagine, most of the day on Monday. They can only hold a person so long without being charged or cutting them loose. And as far as then what the process is, it's hard to say. I think there's going to be some gamesmanship here going on. I think that ultimately David would probably waive his right to speedy trial, just possibly to give his attorneys more time. But if not, preliminary hearing comes up, or they can send it back to a grand jury. We don't even know if there's a grand jury seated right now because in LA County, you can only hold criminal grand juries for 30 days. So if this grand jury process has been going on for months and months, these have been different grand juries. And so maybe now it is a grand jury that has charging power if it was just investigated before. It's really hard to say what it looks like right now because there hasn't been any movement.
Right. Let me ask you this. He was in the Hollywood Hills possibly this whole time, and we saw authorities in tactical gear. making the arrest. We weren't sure where he was. Did you have any idea that he was at this house in the Hollywood Hills?
Yeah, so I learned about 2.5 months ago that he was in West Hollywood, and it really surprised me, to be honest with you. At the very beginning, I knew he was still in LA, but I thought he had probably gone home to Texas, and especially with what was going on with his parents fighting their subpoenas, their grand jury subpoenas. I thought he had probably gone back, even though like 2.5 months ago I had learned that he was in West Hollywood. But I figured he'd left by then because I hadn't heard anything in the last few weeks. But so I was surprised he was still there. And he kept secret really well. I don't think he moved around much. I know he was receiving things under another false name, but I think he shows that he thinks his career is going to take off again one day.
But there was no indication like he was about to leave the country and like we have to immediately make an arrest before something happens. Like you saw the photos from the arrest. I've seen the reporting from it. I haven't seen anything that there was a level of violence, that he was fighting it, that they chased him. I don't know if his attorney got advance notice that this was happening, but I didn't see anything to indicate. You tell me that he was a flight risk or anything.
No, and what I did see is that there were some U.S. Marshals there as well. They had tactical vests on, so I think that they probably knew where he was the whole time. I think they were keeping an eye on him for preventative reasons. He was free to come and go. He could even leave the country if he wanted to. But I think they were keeping an eye on him. It probably gives him a little bit a sense of power, knowing that something's not happened with a grand jury. I probably isn't feeling too bad about it.
What did you make of his lawyer's statement?
I think that I think it probably did catch. I don't know if they got advance notice, because it seemed like it was to say that it wasn't even charged by complaint. I think there is I think it's safe to say there's a complaint there. They said that they did send a complaint up by Monday. So I don't know. Listen, this is where high dollar attorneys really can excel, right? When it's a circumstantial type case, and they can get the high dollar expert witnesses and pick them apart. And
they said there was that he's not the cause of death. How do they know that?
Well, exactly. Well, that's the other thing. Like, there's certain things like this that the evidence will show. Well, what is do they know what that evidence is? Like, what communication have they had with the DA's office or with LAPD? Because from what we understand, he hasn't even sat for an interview with LAPD, so he doesn't even know exactly what those questions will be. Are there other people that have appeared in front of the grand jury that they've been able to debrief? Hard to say. It seems like they do have some handle on what the evidence is, though.
Were you surprised there were no other charges against him, and were you surprised that nobody else was arrested?
Yeah, I was, because there are other crimes here. Listen, we know that the mutilation of a corpse alone is now that's a felony, because it's not simply the concealment like we've heard in the LAPD press release originally. This was mutilation, so it was a whole different thing. There is sex crimes. So I'm very, very confident. This is just my opinion from what I've seen, but I've talked to victims that there are sex crimes here. And in these cases, a lot of times you'll see kind of a bunch of charges thrown at the wall, and then they'll take them off as they get further down, after prelim and whatnot. But that's not the case here. It sounds like it's a single charge type of complaint. And it's also what we saw. It matches up with what we saw in the paperwork filed in Texas, where they talked about a single charge of murder 187, which is murder of forethought. It's a strong charge. It's the strongest charge, but why not throw them all out there in case something like this happens?
And you, right before his arrest, you went on X, you expressed your frustration with the lack of action, with the lack of movement here, and you believe that authorities haven't been consistent with the crimes that were allegedly committed here, right? Their discussion of what happened here, right?
Yeah, listen, it's been a very frustrating process. The only reason that myself and my client are still involved in this is because we want to make sure that there's justice for this young teen who he was taken advantage of and ultimately murdered. And it's been a very slow process. I understand investigations take time. However, it seemed like it was stalling out, and maybe this is proof that it was, because it does seem to me, I haven't seen the interview with their prior guest, but it seems to me that there is a disconnect between LAPD and the DA's office.
That's not a good sign, especially for a case that's complicated. So let's just all pray, man, that David don't get released. Let's all pray that this dude stays in prison for the rest of his life. I don't want him to get bail. I don't want him to get nothing. I want him to rot in prison. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Are y'all hopeful? Do y'all think that LAPD and the DA is going to get their stuff together and take David down? Let me know, man, if you guys are still watching, right? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen where I break down how the Detroit Gravedigger just embarrassed NBA Youngboy and his goons. NBA Youngboy Goons just said that he changed their lives forever. He ruined it. Click on this video right here to find out how he ruined their lives forever. I'm going to see you guys in this video. And if you're still watching, like the video, and then click the hype button that pops up after you like it. Hypes are the only way to push our videos in the algorithm. So please, please, please send me a hype. I'm going to see you guys in this Allstar JR and NBA Youngboy Goons video.
ChatGPT, can I make money on Airbnb with zero?
Your mom, brother.
My mom
If she can't use a comb, don't bring her home.
My mom was born in '73. She's not old.
Exactly, my point. She come from that.
She's not old.
And she come from that generation.
So
though,
that
brother.
means that they teach all their ones younger. And right now, I just seen, it's crazy that this conversation just came up. I just seen a post on the Shade Room where they just had this conversation where how do y'all feel? That's literally a thing. And I'm gonna tell you
and
why.
What I just say after segregation, your mom born in '73, brother.
I'm not talking about, now I'm talking about a whole new generation of women. Let me finish. We let you finish. Now let me finish. The women that's even younger. I just sat and watched, like when what's the dude who just passed away? Kevin Samuels. Now there's a woman who does the exact same thing, right? You feel me? And I know a lady who watched that, so I'll be watching it.
Right.
And every lady that come up there, every lady, I'm talking about ages from 22 to 49 to 18, they all say the same thing. We already feel like when we picking a black man because we want a black man, we already feel like the skimmings are slow. Some are in, most of them are in jail. Some of them most of them want other things than their main thing be. They want white women. They don't, the pickings are already slim and the good men want the white women. We can't have none to ourselves. They all say this. I don't know where you be at, brother.
Right.
But
I'm in the city.
all the black women.
I'm personally,
I'm not talking about in the city. I'm talking about the shit I'm watching. I'm talking about it's from here, from Georgia, New York. There's women from everywhere. I'm just not just talking about a city. I'm talking about all the black women across the country.
They've been tripping on Ice-T for like 30 years.
Feel like there's no black men to pick from, so they definitely don't like when the black men go and pick other races. And if we don't think that's facts, we can do a poll.
Right.
You talking about a Georgia when
everywhere. Don't just take Georgia. I said from San Francisco to Massachusetts. They say the cities every time they pick up the phone. The lady.
Can I rebuttal?
Go ahead.
Massachusetts is not a big population of black people. That's to start there.
Let's pick the big city out there. San Francisco.
Hold on, gays.
Everywhere.
You talking about gays? Georgia gays.
From Oakland to LA to Vegas to Texas to New York to Atlanta. Everywhere.
So we got to make it make sense, bro.
Everywhere.
If the pool is small and the majority of the people that you know what I'm saying that's out there is homosexuals that's black, they only have a small pool. Of course they're gonna say that.
Right.
But we talking about for the masses.
That is the masses, brother. The masses of black men across the country are where?
No, it's not. You name
prison.
You name three cities.
Major city: Texas, Houston, Atlanta.
Bro,
LA.
They not saying that in Texas.
They saying it everywhere. They is. Black women want they black men. The pickings are slim.
Listen, I personally experienced being out with a white woman and we both getting looks. Like you feel the energy. Like, so I personally done that. Wasn't my girl. We just out hanging out. I would like walk past a group of black girls and you can just hear like, So that's happened to me. That's personally happened to me.
Doughboy, did the white girl have ass?
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody saying you never got no looks. The question was, what is black women saying? Black women,
That they
all the
not
black.
giving- they
I
not-
don't be around black women that hate on white women. I just don't. They
I'm
feel
not
like they
saying that
better
they
than
hate.
they.
I'm not
saying they hate.
They
just
that
don't
is
like
hate.
it.
That's not
That
hating.
is.
How does
That's
that
not
feel
hating.
like they're picking
Just because you don't like something don't mean that you hate.
Yeah, just because I don't like mayo don't mean I hate that shit.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a band. I'll be around that be around.
Look at the
so
ball.
they don't be. I mean, you talking about a whole white audience? Just not a black audience?
No. So you're saying
What are you
essentially
talking
that
about?
even
you're
true.
saying
That
you're
is
so.
true.
So you're saying
That
you're
is
so
true.
you're so like in this bubble of.
I'm not in no bubble or nothing. Don't tell me I'm not in the
city. We're not talking about the
I'm
city.
talking about in general.
Everywhere.
You said what your personal
even in
experience.
the
I don't
city.
think all black women get mad because a
didn't say
white woman
all.
has a black man. I just
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no.
That's what you just said.
No, we said majority.
That's
bro.
majority.
That's not all.
All right, bro.
How is the
I don't
majority
see-
all?
I
That's
don't.
not. 86% or 14%. That's not all. It's the
Man,
majority.
you talk, this not you said this not even a black tag. What are you talking about?
Okay,
No, I'm
but
saying
that's
that's
Niggas
people
are
are
black in the audience.
Sound dumb,
Niggas
bro.
in the chat saying they're black.
Buddy, you got any black
I'm
homies
black
with
as
white
hell.
girls?
Niggas in the chat saying they black.
Do you have homies with black baby mamas?
Never got
I
a
mean,
hate
white
on a
baby
white
mamas.
woman,
We're
bro.
not saying
Because
they hate
that's basically what it is. I'm gonna keep it a band. The women I be around, they be around. So they don't even be worried about that.
There you go.
Stay
Okay,
around niggas.
that's a
Niggas be
bubble.
around
That's a bubble to be in.
The women that be worried about white women taking their and all that, they be dealing around bullshit ass gay. They ain't worried about it. The women, the black women I be around ain't worried about a white woman taking her nigga or worried about her because she got a black man.
So you have no
She already got a
homeboys.
real one. She got a trophy already.
So you have no homeboys that have a child with a white woman.
I
None.
never said that.
I'm asking.
I never said that.
Do you have homies that
I
have?
never said that. And they rich.
Two things can be true at the same time, Spody. If we ask those same
I'm not
women,
mad at your take. I just don't
we can
see
ask those same women if they would prefer for their homegirls or take themselves out of the equation and say, for your homegirls picking, or if you were single, would you prefer for a black man to be with a black woman or another race? They always gonna say black men.
And I think this generation don't care, bro. I just don't think that back in your mama's, my mama's dinner, I just think it's different right now, bro. I just think it's different right now, bro. I don't think they tripping like that.
I could almost guarantee.
I don't think they tripping like that.
I could almost guarantee if you went on a date with a white woman, you would understand what I'm talking about because you would get those looks.
You make it. I got the looks. What you talking
Okay,
about?
so you prove it by point.
Back in the day,
I walked around with a Mexican girl and got the looks all the time.
The question is, do black women
Almost
get
all my
uncomfortable when
girlfriends
we
have
date
not
white
been in
women?
my
That's the
race.
question.
I don't think they get
Like,
uncomfortable.
I do.
I don't think
would
they get
disagree.
uncomfortable.
I would respectfully disagree.
They do.
Because I felt it personally.
Man, if I was to walk in with a white lady right now, my peoples would not say, "Oh, why you got a white girl? You should have got a black." They gonna welcome me into like all the other black people.
But the black women is gonna look at you with the stank face.
No, they don't, bro.
And her. And they really not gonna like her. It'll be less about you and more
say
about
short
her.
people. The women, not about me. I'm talking about my personal experience. The women that I'm around, the women I'm separate, the women I know, the black women.
Shawty gotta go, I come through your window.
We're gonna have some fun today. Everybody in the chat, hit that like and sub button, bro, and let's get right. It is Slim's birthday, chat. Oh. What the hell? Who beat you up?
Oh my God, you didn't know? Stephanie pushed me into Roxanne and we headbutt, and now I have this hematoma and these two black eyes. Does chat know me?
I'm chat. I'm pretty sure y'all know Liv Morgan, right?
Chat, am I still cute with my black eyes and hematoma?
Ooh, my goodness.
If they say no, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh my God.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm excited for you, and I'm happy for you. First WrestleMania match.
Thank you.
First match, and it's at WrestleMania.
Thank you. I know.
Blessed.
I'm kind of nervous though. I'm kind of nervous.
Really,
Can you
really?
give me like some advice?
Honestly, I don't know what kind of advice I can give you. I feel like you're gonna be good. I feel like, honestly, you are probably built for this, and I think that you're gonna be just fine.
We're gonna have some fun today. Everybody in the chat, hit that like and sub button, bro, and let's get right. It is Slim's birthday, chat. Oh. What the hell? Who beat you up?
Oh my God, you didn't know? Stephanie pushed me into Roxanne stand and we headbutt, and now I have this hematoma.
What's up, man? My bad, is this unreleased? How you doing, brother? Good, how you? Nice to see you again, bro.